Good morning, everyone. This is Coach Steven coming at you. I got something I want to talk to you about today that's very important and near and dear to my heart. I want to title this video, Wear Myself Out Wednesdays. And I'm going to title this video, Wear Myself Out Wednesdays, because I'm going to put myself on Front Street on display, be transparent for you guys, because I know what I'm going to talk about today, that we have some areas in our lives that are just like this. So my first order of business, my transparency. So I'm diabetic, right? Okay, so I've been diabetic for a while. I've done great in some areas and I've done poorly in some other areas. You know what I mean? So just 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago, in the height of doing well, I took myself off of medicine. My weight was coming down, and my sugar levels were at like 75, 80, 85, 90 every day. I'm checking my sugar morning and night, and sometimes in the middle of the day, just to reassure myself. And so I got comfortable. At that time, I was going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. I'm walking every day. I got myself up to a jog. I'm feeling good. And then again, I got comfortable thinking that I had licked this thing. Alrighty. So slowly but surely, I stopped going to the gym. My bed was feeling good at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. Oh, I got it. I'm going to go back. You know what I'm saying? But that level of comfortability gets to feeling really, really good. And you think less and less and less about doing the things that were getting you on a path to be successful, and more about your flesh. You know what I mean? So when you're watching this video, write that word flesh down on a piece of paper. All right, I want you to look at the word, and then I want you to cross the H out on the end of the word, and then read that word backwards and tell me what you come up with. I'm going to tell you what you come up with. You're going to come up with the word self. So you write the word flesh down, cross the H off, and then read it backwards, and you're going to come up with the word self. That's what happens when we operate in our flesh. We are lusting and craving about the things for ourself. So my bed was feeling good. It was a level of comfortability. And to be truthful, that's not even comfortable, because I don't want my side of the bed out. I'm a big dude, so I really need some new mattresses. So my side of the bed actually isn't comfortable. I got to roll over my wife's side of the bed. So those are some things that, like I said, I'm wearing myself out Wednesday. I'm being transparent. So we're going to fast forward to about 3 weeks ago. I haven't checked my sugar in a long time, so I said, let me go and check my sugar. I'm going to see what's going on. I noticed it's like 150. Oh, it's okay. I'm just going to continue to get my eating back on track. And I checked it again in 3 or 4 more days. It's 180. Fast forward to yesterday, my sugar was 291. Wear myself out Wednesday, transparent. So that's the first thing, okay? The second thing, God has been speaking to me through the Holy Spirit that dwells within me about getting up early in the morning and working out, and coming to this track here that I come to and do my walking and jogging. I've had some of my best revelation during these times, and now he's been speaking to me seriously, like really, really tough the last couple of weeks about my revelation and discernment, and what my message is, not only for myself but for some other people. So we have to understand that when we get to a level of comfortability, when we get comfortable with what we're doing at that present time and not doing the things that are making us successful, we are actually setting ourselves back. So there are some areas in your life that you have risen above certain things and started to achieve a level of success. But believe me, there's always more, always more, always more that we can do. I am not going to get skinny by laying in the bed at 5 o'clock in the morning, or coming home from work and laying across the bed trying to read. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to do it. We have to rise above our discomfort and sometimes do some things that are not comfortable in order to be successful in the things that are going to make us better. So I'm not going to get my sugar levels down. I know what it took to get my sugar levels down, and that was eating right, working out, and doing the right things. And when I did that, hey, hallelujah, I was able to bring my sugar levels down to the 70s, 80s, 90s without medicine. And now I'm seeing myself having to go back to the doctor and get some medicine. I don't want any medicine. Medicine, this is just me, it only masks the problem that you're having. It's not a cure for the problem that you're having. Medicine comes from pharmaceuticals. It comes from pharmacy. The Greek word for sorcery and witchcraft is pharmakia, spelt the same way. So, and with that word pharmakia, pretty much it talks about the pagan religions and how the leaders of the pagan religions would mix hallucinating drugs with wine, and they would give it to the people that would come to them and tell them that they would have problems, and the only thing that it would do would mask the problem. And once the hallucinating drug mixed with the wine would wear off, then those people would come back and ask for more. So the Greek word for sorcery, witchcraft, is pharmakia, which is where we get the word pharmaceutical from. So quick lesson on that. But back to Wear Myself Out Wednesday. My goodness, I've just been so freaking lazy, and it's just not me. There are other people, and as a coach, I know better. These are the things that I talk about with my clients, and I'm not going to tag my clients in this video. You know who you are. I want you to watch this video thoroughly. So I just got to thinking like, okay, so what other areas in my life am I being lazy about? Hey, so me and my wife, we want to move into a new house, but there are some things that we got to do with the old house in order to get it ready for the market. That's not going to happen if I don't get my butt up and start taking care of those things, or hire someone to take care of those things. See, nothing in our life is going to happen that we want to happen without our input, without our work. Okay, so you have to get up off of your butt and make some things happen. Nobody's going to look at you and say, hey, boom, I'm going to come and fix your house for you. Boom, I'm going to come and make your sugar levels go down. Boom, I'm going to come and make you skinny. It's not going to happen. It's going to take some input by you and some work. So this is how I know, like, my book is so important. And this is not a promotional tirade from my book. But in my book, I wrote this poem called Triumph. You know, and in this book, in this particular poem called Triumph, there's a part in there that says, it's time to stand in abundance. It's time to rise above discomfort. It's time to be triumphant. It's time to stop running and master the art of overcoming. There's no triumph in running. So, what are we being triumphant over today? What areas in our life are we operating in triumph when we are being comfortable in our present situations and we are not tackling or attacking the things which we need to attack in order to be better at who we are and what we do and what we give to the people? See, if we are not transparent with ourselves and with other people, then how are we going to get people to believe in us in which we are trying to inspire them to do? I know that a part of my calling is to inspire, is to motivate people, and I first must motivate myself, which is why I want my clients to see this video to let them know I am you, you are me, we got in this together. What we talk about that you need to do, I know that these are some things that I need to do myself. Transparency today, Wear Myself Out Wednesday. So one of the things that you want to do, you want to ask yourself one major question. Seriously, like, what do you want? What do you want? And write it down. See, sometimes we have these thoughts in our mind and we do not write them down, and out of sight, out of mind. If we don't see it, then we're not going to act upon it. So once we write down what we want, right now, I want to lose some weight. I want to get back down to these 70s and 80s in my sugar levels. And so I know what I need to do because I've done it before. And it really, really helps to have someone that is an accountability partner that's going to keep you on track. I told my wife this morning when I woke up at 4:30, she was upset I woke up at 4:30, but I said, baby, If you don't see me getting up at 4:30 going to the gym, then I want you to smack me upside my head and say, wake your butt up and put them gym clothes on and go do what you're supposed to do. Because see, I've been telling her for 2 weeks, like, babe, when I get off work, I'm going to the gym. And then I would find some type of excuse not to go, oh, I'm super tired. Because the fact is, with the coaching that I do, with the work, I still have a job, I'm writing. And so sometimes it's just like, it feels like there's not enough time. I've been shorthanded at my job. I've been trying to hire folks and interview folks, and things aren't working out. I've worked a lot of extra days, but so freaking what? It's time to rise above discomfort. It's time to be triumphant. You know what I mean? So, elevating to the next area of your life, it's not going to be comfortable at times. In fact, none of the time is going to be comfortable. There's going to be some level of discomfort that you are going to experience when you are wanting to get to the next level. And you are going to be tested and tried. There's going to be a trial by fire. Think of yourself as, and I thank you, Apostle, think of yourself as the most precious piece of gold that's been mined out of the hills, out of the rivers somewhere. And so that gold has a lot of impurities in it. And so in order to get those impurities out of the gold, it has to be heated at high temperatures. And when that gold is heated at high temperatures, the impurities rise up to the top and they're scraped off. So think of yourself as a piece of precious gold that you are being tested and trial by fire, and those impurities that you have in you are being risen to the top and scraped away, making you new. Oh my goodness. This is what I'm talking about this morning. See, this is what happens when I get up, work out, and get out into nature and get my walk on. I'm going to get back to that level where I was, and even then some, because the key to all of that is consistency. We have to be consistent in our walk with what we are trying to do. So once you write down what it is you want, the next thing you want to do is you want to write down the steps it's going to take you to get there. And you start checking those off. When are you going to do them? What time are you going to do them? And get yourself an accountability partner that cares so much about you that they are not willing to allow you to fail. Be strong within who you are and what you need to go. And when you think you can't do it, you get up and you push past yourself and you do it anyway, because you deserve it. Your health deserves it. Your career deserves it. Rise above discomfort and be triumphant. What are you triumphing over today? So when you watch this video, I want you to please tell me, what are you being triumphant over today? Leave that in the comments. I thank you so much for this time. I'm being blessed right now. There's so many things that are coming to my mind right now as I'm speaking to you, but I'm being blessed, and I want you to have a blessed day, and I want you to walk in triumph, because you are a triumphant person. Believe that in yourself. Write down what you want. Write down the steps that's going to take you to get what you want, and set yourself a timeline. Make a SMART goal. Alrighty, this is Coach Stephen. I'm out because I'm going to continue to finish this workout today.